Tyvar in the Goblin's Shell. It's something we were doing a couple months ago, back when Tyvar came out for the first time. We were doing it pretty differently. We were playing Fiend Artisan, 4 Harbinger, no Matron, no Hordemaster. Just trying to be like, kind of like a Jund, just like a Jund deck with the Snoop combo, more so than a real Goblin deck. We're still playing Munitions Expert and Ignoble Hierarch and Mogg Fanatic and Kiki-Jiki for the combo. But after a little bit of playtesting, a little bit of theory crafting, I feel like it is better to be in on the Goblin synergies, move away from the like other Tyvar shell cards like Fiend Artisan, and still keep Tyvar as a accelerant for the combo. Having this as a way to give your Conspicuous Snoop haste or activated ability haste and combo immediately is really, really powerful, really, really valuable. And of course that -2 doesn't only get back Conspicuous Snoop, can get back you a Munitions Expert, a Mogg War Marshal, a Hordemaster to just flood the board with goblins, play like a goblin value game plan as you assemble your Snoop combo. And it's actually, like, I think very cool that when you -2 and you bring back one of these cards, or like a Mogg Fanatic, whatever, your opponent has to answer the Tyvar, because as long as Tyvar is in play, your opponent runs the risk of you playing Snoop and comboing immediately. You also get to play some number of Cavern of Souls, being more in on goblins. I want to play 3, I think, instead of 4, just like to minimize the risk of drawing 2 copies, and or not minimize, but reduce a little bit the risk of drawing 2 copies and not being able to cast one of your Tyvars. I don't think that's that big a concern. Sideboard's really revamped. We're playing the full 4 Chalice. I think in a lot of matchups you're going to cut the Hierarchs for Chalices, like against Murktide, that's something you're going to do. Against Prowess, you're going to do that as well. Furies, mostly for Yawgmoth and Hammer, but can come in a variety of matchup. Orvar, always look a little bit better in this deck, since you can tutor it up with Harbinger and Matron. Ideally Matron, because when you tutor Orvar, it's, a little bit telegraphed. Yeah, I guess it is Mogg Monday, huh? I guess it is Mogg Monday. An uncastable Tyvar at the moment, but just 1 mana source away. And double Vial with Matron is nice. Is there a way to fight Murktide in the sideboard for Tyvar Elves? I mean, sure, Mark of Asylum is like your best card in that matchup. That would be like Boggles, huh? If I was gonna play anything, it would be well, we have a turn. We have a turn. Well, I guess. Sorry, not definitely a turn 4 combo. So that's not the worst draw. But also, like, I don't know, like, the matchup is very play draw dependent for Elves versus Murktide. Depends on like how many do they have, like, explosives over Brotherhood End. There's a few little things going on there. Man, I've not seen Boggles in Modern in a long time. Would I add Ephemery with all these ETBs for a spicy build? Well, I wasn't going to consider it until you implied that it would be spicy, and then now, wow, let's do it. No, I don't think so. Alright, so if we draw a Snoop or a Harbinger or a Matron, it's going to change my line, but I'm probably okay to just go like Tyvar minus here. Yeah, I mean, I could also go Matron get Snoop, Violent Snoop, and then use Snoop's ability to dig for a Harbinger or another Matron. Alternatively, like Tyvar minus maybe gains me some life, and I can go Violent Matron, Violent Snoop. But then if they kill the Tyvar, I guess it's, kind of a headache, so we'll cast the Matron, get Snoop. $22 lands, 4 vials. We showed you get some surprise Boggles still exist. I mean, there's a lot of problems for Boggles. Shadow Spear, explosives being still pretty popular. Dress Down is a huge problem for Boggles. Colossus Hammer just like racing you. There's a lot of problems, but we may lose. I don't know. They got a lot. They got 3 Rancors. If they have a what's the card? Ethereal Armor. That could be pretty bad. Yeah, Archon. Rope Burn 27, thank you. Yeah, the very popular Ratchet Bomb also. Alright, going to be a tricky spot here. One nice thing with Snoop on this mana base with more fetch lands, we have, you know, a few more looks at Harbinger or Matron for Harbinger. Alright, Tyvar on top. We're going to fetch. Any Aftermath cards close to modern? Yeah, we spent a lot of time with Aftermath cards last week. This is really good. Coppercoat Vanguard and Jirina. I don't think I'm saying the name right. Those are pretty good in humans. Cosmic Rebirth, it has like, we have like an okay balance build with it. It's not the most exciting. The Convoke Vampire Lord is actually pretty good, but Vampires is still like, you're still missing like really 2 cards, but at least one like good vampire. I thought about playing it with like Corpse Appraiser because that card's kind of okay. You're just definitely missing some vampires. Yeah, I spent some time working on Pioneer this weekend. I had a pretty cool scales list. I know Doomway keeps working on scales. It keeps like not being that good, and I think that this is probably not going to be that good because of a stupid Karn. But I thought the scales list looked pretty good. I played a little bit of it. I didn't play as much as I maybe should have. But like Staff of Completion, at least, I thought was really sweet tech. For a Pioneer build. I did play some. I didn't realize that this only could be activated as a sorcery. I'm a little bit lower on it, but having access to having like the sack outlets for your Hangerback and your Iron Apprentice and your mana base is kind of nice because you're kind of lacking that. But you know, just missing Walking Ballista is such a hit. It's such a hit compared to the modern version or even like, you know, older Pioneer versions. Okay, maybe dead to Boggles. It's minus, getting pretty flooded this game. We hit a Mogg War Marshal, which means that we can have... Yeah, they have to have a... If they don't have any more enchantments, we're alive. Yeah, I know no Ballista is really rough. Roper 27, die from the gifted sub. Yeah, so I mean, I don't think I had... Like, I guess... This is like as far as like my Pioneer testing, like I thought was super interesting. I went 2-1 drop with like Hammer too. I just had to play it some. I feel like I don't know. I was playing Surge of Salvation as like a pretty big upgrade to some of the cards people have played in the deck in the past, but still missing something. Okay, it seemed like they don't have any enchantments. I can triple block, go to 1, which means I can't fetch anymore, but you know, I've got one more look at least. I see the 2 Black Ring Effect decks in Mox top 8. Mox events are always very odd. They are not... So like one thing, in the Mox top 8, there's only, I think... Were there even 8 players in it? Or is it... It's exactly 8. Sorry, I didn't mean to take this up to 3. Not that it matters, really. Let's go! Harbinger! Are there even 8... Or there's exactly 8 players, right? Like, you just... Like, top 8 is just entry to the event, right? So, yeah, I don't know. I know Jujubin was one of the people who picked Infect. Jujubin's a really good metagamer, really good player. I don't know what it is about the metagame that influenced Jujubin to pick Boggles. Pick Infect. I am curious, though. You gotta try the Thrill Seeker Pioneer Skills deck? Almost, okay, yeah, when you get the points of deck, I'll take a look. Claw, 3 months, thank you. Yeah, 2 free for the Bean, huh? We were channeling Bean's power there. Yeah, so like, yeah, when you metagame for 8-person events, you like Jujubin said that he predicted 6 out of his 7 opponents' deck lists, which is just a very, you know, something that you can do. I'm assuming that it's just that Phyrexian Crusader is just so unbeatable for these decks, but it was interesting at least. Okay, let's put the Kiki back. It's kind of a disaster if we draw second Kiki. What's the win con if you lose Lieutenant? Mogg War Marshal? Not Mogg War Marshal. Mogg Fanatic. Mogg Fanatic also combos with Snoop. You have three things you can put on top to infinite ping. This card right here. Shouldn't have said anything. Should have known I was about to draw one. I feel like our first match of the week is always so weird, no matter what. Okay, so we get the Chalice down. Hopefully they can't play any more. Oh, they don't have Daybreak Coronet specifically. Hey nerds, good to see you in chat. Mogg Fanatic, the one card that got destroyed by losing damage on stack. Yeah, I mean, I've played a lot of Mogg Fanatic over the last year, 2 years. In the stack, at least, but it's like surprisingly good. Oh, they've got Light Paws. Yeah, I haven't seen Boggles in a long time. Maybe it was wrong to side out all of my Munition Experts. It was also wrong to draw 3 lands in a row. That was a big mistake. Could have trimmed one of these too. Only have two combo cards. Although they sometimes play Dryad Arbor. Safe to assume when you're playing Tyvar, you want Ignoble, right? Yeah, my general thinking is with Tyvar, you want Ignoble. No Tyvar, no Ignoble is my attitude at the moment. Wow, they're attacking. Do I ever block Light Paws? I don't think so. Can take 4 down to 5. Getting a Mogg for Sting Scourger would be cool. Yeah, Sting Scourger is all right. I think it was something I would have been more in favor of if Murktide was still just like tier 0, or not tier 0, but just like so popular. There's a few weeks where Murktide was just half the metagame. But I think with Murktide like being on the decline and being, you know, Murktide, I'm not, you know, as desperate for it. Okay, big draw step. Can I have a draw spell? We did it, y'all. We did it, chat. We drew a spell. Hopefully Chalice of the Void can continue to solo my opponent. I'm actually going to get in for a couple, too. Also, I think Mogg War Marshal, it gave me the kind of card you think, oh, I'll just play 3 copies. You really want 4, especially with the Hordemasters in the deck. Munitions Experts, just also gums up the board, buys you a lot of time. Thinking about Rakdos Obosh versus regular non-scam Dothi Turek. I don't know. I know that we had such a good run with like the Luris Rakdos deck, and we even I don't know why we had such a good run with like Rakdos No Scam last year, but it just has not been performing for me. And I think that you want to play either Scam or the Obosh version at the moment. Okay. We have a Cavern of Souls in the deck to potentially get this through our Chalice. Why don't we just attack for 2? We can ping if they block. Yeah, Tyvar combo goblins. Yeah, Luris was really broken. Really broken. I think I might leave this for... I'm at 4. Just leave this uncracked. I can crack it for Snoop also. Maybe I should be attacking with the tokens instead. Seems like their hand is all 1-drops. Maybe another Light Paws. If we do draw Cavern before they can get any enchantments down... Oh, I guess this is like... There's actually a really good chance that their only 2-mana enchantment is Daybreak Coronet these days. Maybe they have something else, but there's actually a really good chance they just actually can never get anything going. That's all 1-mana enchantments and Daybreak Coronet. Why didn't you have to pay the Echo Cost? I did pay the Echo Cost. You only have to pay the Echo Cost once, but I did pay it. Yeah, maybe 1 all the glitters. Alright, they're thinning. They didn't get Dryad Arbor in step, which probably not that big a mistake, right? 36, hope you're doing well. Funny game, funny match. Alright, let's see if we can draw anything. Alright, that is definitely something. Alright, Prince of 2. That's bad. What can they have? I almost just like don't want to block to find out, but I'll block. Aether Vial flipped. Yeah, I believe Stream Decker still doesn't have Aftermath, but weren't they dead to double Mogg? Nitpicking nerds, you fall into classic Chalice of the Void blindness. Classic Chalice blindness. Yeah, we have Cavern of Souls, so like keep this hand. We're on the play. Yeah, Mogg can only sack itself. Although, no, yeah, Mogg can only. There's nothing else. It's also a combo piece with Snoop, but that is mostly it. Did I brew with a vision of all mechanic capricious? I've been trying so hard. I really just can't get it to a spot where it looks good. at the moment. The mana's with like a big nightmare. The mana curve is a big nightmare. But I'm still trying to mess around with it. It's definitely been a bigger challenge than I expected. We get Blood Crypt. Don't want to get a basic. No spell snare for you, opponent. Scours themselves. Mills over Grapeshot. Okay, so I'm glad that we have Munitions Expert to kill Storm Creature. Glad we have a reasonably fast clock. Let's see what we draw. Matron. Maybe should Matron for Snoop. Maybe should hold up Expert. I don't think we should hold up Expert this turn. Could also just Hordemaster attack for 5-7. 7 this turn. 9 next turn. It's the same clock. It's the same clock as like a theoretical Snoop would be, but it allows us to hold up Munitions Expert if we don't draw a land, so I think this is a little bit better. Also, if they like fetch shock, then we get to ping them with the Mogg Fanatic, which is something. Yeah, boggles into Storm. The leagues have been really wild lately. Huh, Wooded Foothills and Bloodstained Mire actually kind of throw me off a lot here. And then bobbling after they crack their fetch. They've sandbagged 3 copies of Mistress Bauble to Grapeshot me for 4. To Galvanic Relay for 4. What the fuck? Okay, they hit a Baral, they hit a Channeler, they hit a Grapeshot. So they're like green-red Storm, but blue instead of red. Genius. Mwah. Alright, your turn. So they go Baral, Ritual, Munitions Expert. They get to go Channeler, Grapeshot for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and kill my entire board. Oh! Woo! I'm gonna Mogg Fanatic you, opponent. Ah, man. G fucking G. It's too early for this. It is too early for this. Green Wire 5 months. No brand to 3. Thank you. Okay. I feel like I may cut the Tyvars in this matchup. Give a Mogg War Marshal also. They just had no other plays. Well, maybe. I don't know. They're not. I don't know. I guess they just didn't have a ritual in their hand or anything. They're 3 color. I mean, they're also like a Manamorphose deck that's like Honorable Breach rituals. I feel like the Blood Moons don't do enough. It's also like it also seems like they're. I don't know why they have a Sacred Foundry in their deck. I don't know like why they're 4 colors, but just like thinking about normal Storm lists. And like their deck is most likely blue-red Storm with some splashes. Their deck is pretty easily able to operate through Blood Moon, right? That would be my my thought process at least. The idea if there's a Rot Priest deck in Modern, I mean the Storm Rot Priest decks were okay. I think that there's a little bit of room for innovation on them. I actually have a couple ideas, but I'll circle back to that when I can. But I don't think that Rot Priest is good in Infect, and that is like where most people are at least excited for it, I should say. We have no Chalice, we have no Snoop, we have no Munitions Expert. Let's mulligan. We'll keep this one. Sorry, Mogg War Marshal. Yeah, Wear Tear is a good guess. Teferi, maybe. Could have Mogg Fanatic DRC. Also, I think did I win the bet with chat yet? I guess not, because it's like a standing bet for me. Wait, what card was I gonna eat? I was gonna eat a card. What was the bet? There was some dumb bet with Raw Priest that I would do something silly if Raw Priest in fact ever top 8'd a Modern Challenge. Distorted Curiosity is great in fact. The spell costs 2 less, opponent has 3 more poison counters, draw 2. I've heard mixed things about it. It's kind of like an inherently win more card, but it seems okay. I don't hate it. Do not hate it. Alright, guess we're playing second Vial. Will I come back to Power Conduit anytime soon? Maybe. Tribute Mage for Power Conduit. So you want to do that in the Vial version of the deck? I don't know. Power Conduit Saga is a pretty cool synergy, and you know it's just kind of a big problem that come on, why me? It's a big problem that everyone who has ever played a game of Modern is like set out to not lose to Urza Saga. If not Glistener Elf, Blighted Agent, or not Blighted Agent, Venerated Raw Priest. You know, like I believe in Infect's chance to like snipe a challenge, but it's like it's gonna be on the back of Phyrexian Crusader, not on the back of Rock Priest. But I can't remember like what it was, like what I had to do. I wasn't that down on Glistener Elf at least. Alright, just getting DRC tempoed, huh? So I guess if I just have one Prop Priest in your deck, I guess. I guess. It has to be the main deck, though. Angry Panda, I think we're tier 1. Does anyone know if the upcoming BNR announcement is only affecting Standard? I think so. I think that's what I heard at least, but I don't actually know. Is it supposed to be today? Why is Phyrexian Crusader back again? So, 2 players in the mocks over the weekend played Sultai Infect with Phyrexian Crusader as a metagame call for the mocks. I personally don't really understand what it is about Infect that exactly made it a good metagame call, but that's the news that we're reporting. I see Omenhawker. I did not. I would love to see. Is it Modern? An Omenhawker Modern list? I was thinking a little bit in Pioneer. You have Omenhawker and you have the Training Grounds Pack Rat combo in Pioneer now, which is probably not good enough or consistent enough, but sounds very fun. Naturals 14 months. Thank you. Yeah, channeling my David Bowie today. That's an X-File list. For Omenhawker. So, combos with Nimble Obstructionist, Muddle the Mixture, taps for 1 mana. Typhoon, Step Through. This is so few activated abilities for a deck playing 4 Omenhawker. I also... What do you muddle the mixture for? Iteration? Jace? Snapcaster? Honestly, like, Muddle the Mixture is like one of my all-time most hated cards. It's just I hate that you have to transmute sorcery speed. Well, they got nothing. We're not dead this turn, but maybe have to go to game 3. Muddle for Iteration is kind of strong. It's not. You ever cast a 5-mana expressive iteration? What are we talking about? It is not. Isochron Scepter? Isochron Scepter Omenhawker. Now that's a brew, baby. Now that's a brew. Model finds every important CDH win combo. I mean, who cares about CDH? I mean, maybe y'all do, but this is not a CDH stream. Also, but again, like, I don't hate it because it's a terrible card. I hate it because I don't like face up telling my opponent what my plan next turn is going to be. That's something that I find to be bad. You'll play like 1 Fury, Hordemaster number 4, Dramatic Scepter mod. Yeah, I don't even know what that is. Don't even know what that is. Yeah, I don't know. Like, Omenhawker is very cool, but I just feel like you don't have enough things in the deck list to play 4 copies of it. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, we do have Expert. Let's think about this. A lot of good top decks. Let's keep. Alright. Hoping to not draw lands for a few more turns. Does Zerda stop... Does Zerda reduce Isochron Scepter to be 1 mana? I think it does. I don't think Zerda is just creatures. She might just be creatures, though. No creature, which is kind of bad, because my hand is good against a creature. Alright, I'm going to let this die, though. We're going to manifest spells here. We also are attacking for 2 anyways. Yeah. So Dramatic Reversal plus Zerda is infinite. Or I guess you just have Dramatic Reversal, Isochron Scepter. You have to have like a mana rock. I really wish Zerda could reduce Isochron Scepter to 0 mana. That'd be so nice. Yeah, still only 1 Scepter, huh? I think it'd be fun. I can mess around with it some. Okay, I guess this telegraphs my Munitions Expert, but kind of hold the fetch for Snoop. Yeah, but honestly, turn 1 Omenhawker, turn 2 like Scepter and print something does sound really sick. Can you only imprint instants with Scepter, or can you imprint sorceries? Because imprinting Expressive Iteration does not sound half bad. Are you gonna brew up Artificer's Intuition? I had one. That was too complicated for me. Ooh, we hit a Snoop. Doesn't mean we don't have our Munitions Expert anymore, but I'm definitely casting it. Instants only? Dang. Worse. Can get remanded. Let's see if I can find the Artificer's Intuition. I don't even know what it's called. It was like an Atomishi deck, though. There's like a really convoluted combo with Atomishi and Artifact Bounce Lands and Amulet of Vigor, where you can, I think in theory, go infinite with Atomishi. I can't even remember what the loop is, but Artificer's Intuition can set up for it by like putting your like Artifact Lands and Amulet of Vigors in the graveyard for you to return with Atomishi was the thought. I think it was actually a chat suggestion, that idea. Scepter Silence. I mean, it's just too many instants and Besages and stuff. I don't know. Alright, they cast a barrel. Boggles into Storm. What a Monday morning. Okay, not too scared of this. Although I guess I am now missing a 3rd Goblin to kill Brawl. I mean, I obviously, like, if they have another Storm payoff here, we're in bad shape. They do have 3 cards. The Breach, maybe? Breach wouldn't be that bad. It'd be like Morphos. Oh, wow. 2nd Brawl for Storm count. So they must have the this card, yeah, Galvanic Relay, for 6. Hitting Desperate Ritual, Breach, Bauble, Echoing Truth, Steam Vents, Mountain. Yeah, so I have to be able to kill Baral this turn. But if I do, then the Breach is really likely not that bad. Not that good, either. I'm not thrilled to see it. I did find the other Goblin. I guess we might as well. Hordemaster over Harbinger, since I can't combo this turn. The Snoop needs to not be summoning sick. Ooh, well. Fun little sequence of cards here. Now I have Kiki-Jiki on top, which doesn't really change much. I think that my opponent is going to go, Bauble, Land, Ritual, Breach, Morphos, Grapeshot. But this is just a Grapeshot to wipe my board. I guess I need to be fetching in response to the Hordemaster trigger. I think, unless I want to cast Kiki-Jiki next turn. I don't think I do. We're not upkeep. I mean, that's not relevant when my opponent's going to Grapeshot my board. Grapeshot, remand, Grapeshot. They don't have enough mana for that, do they? I mean, if they do, I'm at 19. It's still, like, not... They can't Storm for 10. I don't know, like... Without a Dragon Rage's Channeler, like they only have 3 cards off their Breach here. Oh, but they just get to cast the Brawl, sure. Then they cast the Ritual. Maybe we're dead. Right now they can cast 2 more things off their Breach. So they probably start with the Manamorphose. Omenhawker. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize that Omenhawker tapped for Muddle the Mixture for 2 because it makes a blue 1 instead of just. I thought it was 1, like 2 generic mana. Oh no! Please don't make me register Muddle the Mixture. I like them bobbling themselves here. Remaining Grapeshot also gives them a loot. Yeah, that also gives them 1 extra. That theoretically gives them 1 extra cast off Breach, but they need another card to go to the yard first. I also don't know what's in exile to Underworld Breach and what's in exile to Galvanic Relay. I know they have Echoing Truth. They made blue-red instead of blue-blue, so that's fine. Yeah, because they currently can't. They currently can't Grapeshot Remand. Matchu, 5 months. Thank you. You're doing well. Okay, so they're gonna Grapeshot for 7. Targeting me, targeting me, targeting me. They can Grapeshot again. So I guess, yeah, if they just have another Grapeshot in their hand, we're dead. But no other card would make sense for them to cast this Grapeshot first. Fetch away Kiki. I don't have to yet. Alright, like there's no reason to do it yet. Or Bolt. They should have already cast the Bolt if they had Bolt. It would have been +2. It would have been +2 damage from the Grapeshots. Like, a Bolt should have been cast already. But was known. I think that this was an escaped Lightning Bolt. That I don't believe that this was flipped to. To Galvanic Relay. I also don't think it makes any sense for them to have a Grapeshot in their hand at the moment with them thinking this long. Also, if they had Bolt, I should be dead already. So they're just letting that mana fizzle. That being said, I think that I am going to draw the Kiki, mostly so I'm not just dead to my opponent top decking a Lightning Bolt. I think that would be a blunder. So let's go ahead and I guess just think. Yeah, I don't need to Violin the Harbinger now, but I could Violin Harbinger. Yeah, let's take it up because I could Violin Harbinger, get Sling-Gang Lieutenant potentially. Which isn't going to be lethal, but that could be enough for me to survive a turn that I was otherwise not surviving. Interesting. Okay, so if I go Hierarch, Expert, Sling-Gang, I get to attack my opponent for 3, and I get to ping for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 8 damage, not relevant for a Fetch Shock. Right, I think we are not going to do anything with this Hierarch. I'll leave the Violent too. I think the ability to get the Sling-Gang is better. I'm still, comboing next turn. Sling-Gang is 4. Yeah, but I get to put Sling-Gang on top of my library and then use the activated ability with Snoop to gain up to 5 life. And drain for up to 5 life. And then I get to Violent Sling-Gang the next turn and actually combo. In fact, I kind of feel like I should just go for that. This is like way better against removal spell and Snoop. They're Fetch Shocking on their instep, bolting me down to 1. Let that resolve. And then they concede. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to play around second Lightning Bolt. I think them having 2 Lightning Bolts there would be unlikely. I would go to Mulligan. Keep this, put back Kiki. Is it okay to get basic forest? If my Hierarch dies, and then if my Hierarch dies, it's not. So I'm gonna go and just get a Stomping Ground. Yeah, I think Goblins is, historically pretty underrated. I think Tyvar is a nice fit. Not a mandatory include, but a nice fit. Let's just play Mogg War Marshal here. Attack for 1. Oh. Oh, okay. Alright. Hoping we draw Snoop. Definitely has not felt like we're playing 22 lands today. Should always have the Aspiring Spike curve. What changed with the updates? So we're actually like more of a Goblins deck now. We used to just be like kind of a Jund creature toolbox deck with the Goblin combo. But now we're playing like Hordemaster and Matron and more in on the Goblins. Could kill the Sentinel in response, but I don't think they have a hammer in their hand currently. I think they would have attacked and put it on the Sentinel, and I think I need to save this for them targeting creature with hammer. Happy to see no Urza Saga. Alright, this is a good start for us. We've got a lot of good top decks here. Okay. Yeah, we'll probably play some more Nissa stuff this week. I needed a break from Nissa. I think we played her like 5 streams in a row or something. But we also haven't played a Nissa Solitude deck, so we need to do a Nissa Solitude deck sometime this week. I still have my Nissas. I'm definitely not selling them as long as they're like so hard to find. So we need to get. But yeah, I don't really want to do just like boring 4-color, but boring 4-color is really good too right now. Alright, second Cigar Dizade. Are they in treasure chests? I think I saw a tweet saying yes. So hopefully they become more available. Welcome to twitch.tv/AspiringSpike, where this happens every other game. But somehow you're undefeated anyways. So Batman took 9 with Lutri deck. Yeah, Collins Mullins like really popularized Lutri a couple years ago or a year ago or something. I've been kind of wanting to play a Lutri deck lately. A little bit of fun on the stream, huh? A little bit of fun. Iceman, 21 months. Hope you're doing well today. Thank you for the resub. Ruled Ponza with Nissa. Yeah, so like, if you're one thing, I don't love playing Nissa in Blood Moon decks because Blood Moon turns your Nissa off, but I'm sure there's something there. I'll treat Goblin for Midnight. Leaving this touchdown uncracked for Conspicuous Snoop. I think you usually want to leave at least 1 uncracked. Okay, big draw. Huge draw. A spell! A spell! I mean, our mana base is like... Our deck really is half mana. Right? We have 22 lands, 4 Hierarch, 4 Vial, but... it is also half action spells. Scott, 42 months. King Jester with the 18. Thank you. I switched Blood Moon for more traditional pillages. Yeah, I think that's what you have to do to play Nissa. I just wish that like Ren and 6 wasn't like so fucking good. Ah, an Urza Saga. Alright, we need a top deck too, huh? Jester with 18, Cube 2 with the 4. Thank you. Yeah, our opponent also has not drawn much, which is of course like why we're still playing. I don't know what their hand is though. They have 3 cards. Like it seems like they're all like Cigar Dizades and lands. I don't think that they're sandbagging a hammer unless like they're ghosting, but I wouldn't, you know, too early to like suspect that. What a game. Were we on the play or the draw? We were on the play, and we've drawn 6 mana sources in a row. Although one of them was a Hierarch. Wow. Opinion on adding Alish as a top in this deck? Alish Nor? No way. Oh, that's not the first like random white card that's been suggested today. Someone in chat was like, Spike, you have a spicy Goblin Brew with Ephemerate. Which is true. Yeah, that's right. They have the double Cigar Dizade trick. I feel like I haven't seen the double Cigar Dizade trick in so long. But that is true. My opponent's also just dead if I draw a Matron, because I get to get Sling-Gang. Do you have any plans for playing the Gorilla Ronin deck? I do, yeah. I honestly actually thought that that's what we were going to start with today. And I'm just kind of unsure if I want to play Jace Friend's Prodigy or Ledger Shredder as the second looter. If you play Jace, like your deck, you can also play Profane Tutor. So you know, I need to do like a little bit more playtesting with it. But I do definitely want to play the deck again. Okay, we have drawn 6 mana sources in a row. We have a lot of good top decks. All right, there we go. A top deck at least. A start. Okay. Gonna target the Ginger Brute here. If we have Harbinger on top, we win. If we find Harbinger, we win. Guess not anymore. I didn't realize that the Brute was untapped for some reason. Okay, so free to cast this. Another brick on top. Now I can attack with my Goblin token if I want. There's a good chance that they have a protection spell in their hand. Although I have plenty of chump blockers, so good in. Tough game. Ooh, yeah, they may go for the trade. Maybe fearing like Harbinger for Sling-Gang. They do not fear Harbinger for Sling-Gang as the last card. I guess it doesn't really make sense for me to have sandbag the Harbinger this long. How is Harbinger on top for a win? I get Sling-Gang and then I sack 6 to deal him 6. Kind of wonder if just holding up the Expert on top. Maybe. There's definitely pretty big upside in not. Okay, Shadow Spear targeting. See if they move over. Expert does currently kill this, so it's not like I have to do anything right now. Just make them now use their presumed protection spell, which would definitely make a lot of sense for them to have because they have had like these 3 cards just chilling in their hand for the longest time that have to be like all protection spells and Sigarda's aids. We could play Collected Company, TBH. Chat is like, there's a few cards that Chat is just so addicted to. Collected Company is definitely one of them. Company's kind of mid, but you could. Huh. So presumably no protection spells. I don't know what's going on. What's going on? Draw Aether Vial. Snoop, number 3. Kiki-Jiki. Cool. I know, like, level 1 play here. Oh, I'm just gonna pass and make infinite Snoops on their end step. It could be better to go, like, Snoop, kill Construct. Snoop, kill Ornithopter. Pass Kiki-Jiki. And then I'm attacking for... I can kill all their creatures but 1. I kind of like this. I kind of like... being able to, like, triple Munitions Expert this turn. Just new constructs and infinite Snoops in the turn. I can't do both, alright? So I can kill the construct and then infinite Snoops in the turn. But I don't... They're also, like, at 6. You know? Yeah, Cauldron, Sigarda's aid. That makes sense. Okay, they're just conceding, so... I feel like that line was fine. Oh, and then we did not have enough mana to actually cast that afterwards, huh? Oh, no, we could have, because we could have copied Hierarch. Copy Hierarch, cast Harbinger. Fun line. So I think we're bringing in the full 4 Chalice, full 4 Fury. I think we're cutting the Tyvars. A lot of times when you bring in Chalice, you cut your Hierarchs. I don't think that this is a matchup where cutting Hierarch makes that much sense. I do think that the Hordemasters are particularly bad, and then we can trim Matron... Oh, the Trashmaster, sorry, obviously Trashmaster. We can trim... The Sling-Gang is fine to trim, especially like we're bringing in Trashmaster. I don't really want to trim Matron so much because we brought in the Trashmaster. Could trim War Marshal 4, that's fine. I do like War Marshal in the deck, though. What exactly is the downside of just going infinite, playing around them being able to kill us? Yeah, they have Sigarda's Aid and Shadow Spear, so, like, I don't know, like, I'm... Like, the Ornithopter, they equip Shadow Spear, attack with Ornithopter Hammer, that's 11, I'm at 11, right? And then they would have to have a protection spell also, but I just, like, with this line, it seems so hard for them to win. It seems so hard for them to win with this line that we took. I guess we keep this. Why is control sideboarding Fluster over more copies of Veto, counter Cascade when they ice on turn 2? Don't think about it. Don't honestly, to be honest, one big advice I have to, like, control players is if you, at least if you've been like playing for a long time, you have a lot of experience, don't ask yourself why other control players are like building their sideboards in the way they are. Just like ask yourself how you should build your sideboard. I don't know if I'm articulating that really well, but like just like I don't at the very least, like it can be very hard to like just look at a deck list and understand something like that. And so in my experience, it's like way better to just try to answer those questions for yourself. At least that's always been my method. Just try to answer that question for yourself. All right, they get a Cauldron here, which is going to be a hard card to raise. Third Aether Vial. It's interesting. We got 1-drops for Chalice. I think in a lot of matchups you do. In this one, I think it's okay not to, especially because you have Cavern. Although only 3 Caverns. So if I draw a land, there's a really good chance I'm just going to go Matron for Snoop, especially with the Sentinel in play. If not, we probably just have to Chalice on 1. Let's see what we draw. Fury. That's a really interesting one. Well, it really just says kill the giver, which is not a terrible thing to say. I might be able to get the Sentinel too. They may be like really scared of like me pinging this. They may pro-red the Stoneforge instead. They shouldn't, but they might. Big Giver Fanatic on Sentinel. Yeah, I think that I need both Matrons. I need both Matrons to combo. I'm gonna be okay with them drawing a card. Is Gristle even playable in Worth Atraxa run? You can play some Gristlebrands in the Atraxa decks, but can't play that many. Ooh, Needle on Vial. That'll do it. That'll do it. Game 3. Weird game, for sure. I think our deck is a lot better on the play, where like our combo is a lot better, and Chalice is a lot better. It's better, easier to Trashmaster. Let's keep the sideboard plan. Yeah, if only we had a Mind Goblin, huh? Okay, I like this hand a lot. So let's keep. Confused about where to turn the control sideboard. Yeah, these are all like normal, fine sideboard options. I also think like most control players either overthink or underthink their sideboard options. It's just really tough. So like for me, I think that it can be easy to like get some inspiration from MTG Goldfish when we're talking about constructing your own sideboard for blue-white control, but you really just have to answer these questions for yourself. Oh, you know what? It's probably better to go Hierarch into Snoop Hierarch next turn. Oh, against Esper Sentinel. This is better. Alright, cast Snoop. The third Ignoble on top. We're gonna be exalted. Okay, so I'm almost definitely gonna like pitch this Snoop to Fury this turn. So I think I need to leave this Vial on 1. Or you know what? Sorry, let's not leave it on 1. Let's Vial in a Hierarch on our upkeep instead, and then take it up. It's better. Then tick up, draw Ignoble Hierarch, Matron on top. So we'll go Matron for Harbinger. Oh, well, still Harbinger. Evoke. I'm gonna upkeep stop so that I can potentially like Harbinger for Trashmaster or something if they kill my Snoop. So they need to have March of Otherworldly Light or 1-mana removal spell. They got Paradise Mantle, Ornithopter is cast. I can't cast Kiki. But would I prefer to draw Kiki over... I would prefer to draw Kiki over Forest, so let's try to do this in our upkeep. I can cast Kiki next turn. Their hand is Cauldron, Paradise Mantle, 3 mystery cards. They have to have March White card or Path to Exile here, so just not the most likely. The Surge of Salvation stopped the combo. No, we either get to kill them on their turn, or we get to kill them in response to the Surge. Oh, wait, hold on. It does, though, because we draw the Kiki-Jiki. Well, a fun little puzzle, huh? A VIP for Clip, sounds good. Okay, so one piece of good news is we do get to cast Sling-Gang this turn. You can win with Sling-Gang over Surge. I can't, because all my Snoops... I won't have Kiki-Jiki on top anymore. Although I can tutor something different, because they have the Surge right now. Okay, they do have the Surge. Very cool. Oh, I even decided out my Sling-Gang, but I would have Mogg Fanatic. Forgot that I decided out the Sling-Gang. Damn it. I could just get Trashmaster. Could also just get another Harbinger. Yeah, that seems a bit better. I just don't really know how my opponent's beating us. And yeah, why don't we just go ahead and cast it now. The Surge, I mean, this token's dying. The Surge prevent the damage from attacks. Creatures you control. Yeah, Surge has like a lot of... I thought the Surge prevented damage to players too. But it does not. Then you can play Blood Surge by waiting for their end of turn. That way they have to take some damage. Yeah, well, I did this upkeep to play around removal spell though. Like doing the upkeep is way better against removal. Which is maybe not correct, but against removal, like I get to I guess it wasn't way better. It wasn't way better. Can I just F6? Is that? Oh, these. Sorry, this is the stack. This is the stack. Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I think I should have done instep. Yeah. I'm not super used to playing around Surge. Are they gonna Cauldron me? I guess, should I play it around Surge again? I don't think so, because now I can just cast Kiki-Jiki this turn and then combo again in my instep if I need to. Or maybe just get Trashmaster if I'm wrong about that. Yeah, it seems like we're getting surged again. So I guess the problem is I don't have any untapped Snoops, right? Although I can go cast Kiki-Jiki, copy Matron, Violin, Trashmaster, and the next turn combo kill. Alright, so they have another Surge. So now, yeah, now I think I just get the Trashmaster. Or so no, sorry, I leave the Kiki-Jiki on top, or tutor Kiki-Jiki again. Draw Kiki-Jiki for turn. Take up Vial to 4, so I can Trashmaster. I don't have a Sling-Gang in the deck at the moment. Ask Kiki-Jiki. I guess it's more damage to... Oh, can I just attack for lethal? Hold on. I can attack for 9. So, I guess they could just put the Ornithopter in front of the Matron, though. It has... I mean, I obviously wish I just had my Sling-Gang. They get Needle. And if they Needle Trashmaster, that's okay, because I'm just killing them next turn. Yeah, let me just attack with this Harbinger. Oh, they should block. Their creatures don't die because of the Surge. Right. Go off the Surge. They're Surged at the moment. We already went off. If you kept Snoop untapped, drew Kiki, cast Kiki, you have second copy of Harbinger at instant speed. If you kept a Snoop untapped, drew Kiki, cast Kiki, you have second copy of Harbinger, possible instant speed. Well, if I draw the Kiki, this can't be a Harbinger anymore, right? What am I missing? Oh my gosh. Always yield. Last time I did this, and then just like, it put like half the triggers on the stack, I feel. Okay, I want to do this now. So the Cauldron is still going to be alive. It surged when you want to copy the Harbinger, right? If you don't try to copy Harbinger, you have a bunch of tokens, then you'll draw the Kiki. Yeah, but then they still surge when I go to copy the Harbinger with the Kiki, right? What am I, like, it still gets stopped by surge, doesn't it? Also, having the Lord in play is, like, really relevant if they somehow have another surge, but we can also combo again next turn. Can't you get Sling-Gang? I cited out my Sling-Gang because I brought in the Trashmaster, which I'm sure I said a few times. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and Trashmaster their Ornithopter before they can needle my Trashmaster, I think. Their hand is Paradise Mantle, 3 mystery cards. Yeah, we'll see. So the difference in Sling-Gang is just that I just have... I have 9 goblins, right? Yeah, I would just have 9 goblins to kill them on their upkeep. No, I didn't set up Fanatic. I have 2 Fanatics. They're copying Matron. What about the Harbinger to put Mogg Fanatic on top? I mean, I think that I get to combo next turn, right? If I copying Harbinger, my Snoops die before I can kill them. My Snoops are just dead. That's the problem. Okay, so Paladin, Mantle. If they have if 2 of their last 3 cards are hammers, we die. Okay, one of their last cards is a Horizon Canopy, which they can sack to try to draw another hammer. Also, they could just draw a hammer off the hammer. Yeah, they need another one. Shadow Spear doesn't do it, but it is a redraw for a hammer. Although if I have to block with all my Harbingers, no, it's fine because I could just Matron for another Harbinger or. Yeah, I can block with any 2 of these and live. Copy Trashmaster, swing for lethal. That was never a line. The only way I got the Trashmaster was by tapping the Kiki. We were on our instep, now we're on their turn. What a crazy game. Hey Jesse, good to see you. They could sack Canopy, they give Cauldron, Mental Paladin, tap for mana, get redraw. Is that better than just casting Shadow Spear? Probably better than casting Shadow. Yeah, they could have given haste to Paladin for the Mantle to get an extra mana. Yeah, you're right, they could have sacked the Canopy. Yeah, not after this. Yeah, I don't, so like a lot of times people will like suggest lines for next turn that don't really matter. Like we have infinite combo for next turn. Like if we get to untap, we're gonna win unless they have like, you know, a 3rd protection spell or something random, right? All on the Stoneforge, huh? Alright, so I just put 4 toughness here. 13 minus 4, the last time I checked was 13. Then I copy Harbinger on my upkeep and try to win. It doesn't need to be upkeep. Maybe we'll play around Surge for once, huh? Unless they don't move the Mantle Cauldron over. Trashmaster's Choice Hammer. There's a needle on the Trashmaster. Whenever you play goblins, like the chat is just full of like wrong answers. Chat is just always so full of wrong answers when you play goblins. Okay, take up to 5, I guess. We're gonna draw, and then we'll do this. We'll combo in our instep, which best plays around 3rd copy of Surge. Although, does it beat it, though? Because I'm just gonna die to an attack. I guess it doesn't matter. I think I'm actually just dead to a 3rd Surge, no matter what. If so, good beats. I mean, they're not conceding yet. Oh, no, I killed them in their upkeep. Right, of course. That was the whole thought. Sorry, even I don't have all the answers, chat. No one has all the answers. They all have a small piece of the pie. Yeah, I don't know why I forgot. The whole point was I just killed them in their upkeep because I still have all the Snoops and I still have Fanatic on top. So they have to have Surge copies 3 and 4. Okay. And now they conceded after they heard me talk about the line. Yeah, I need their upkeep stop. Alright, 3-0. Would Hordemaster give you card advantage? Just get Mountain turn 1. Could obviously start a few different ways. Stomping Ground seems pretty fine also. Especially just because right now the modern metagame just is so slow moving. It's really, really slow moving. Up against Creativity, which I think is a very hard matchup for the deck, unfortunately. Binding my Vial. Totally okay with this since I got 2 of them. Definitely gonna need to not flood out as bad as I have been earlier. Alright, that's not a flood card. Could leave this on top. I think it's better to shuffle and like potentially cast something else. Let's attack for 1. It's like this Snoop is so likely to die, but if I didn't have like I would leave that on top if I didn't just also have the other backup Snoop in hand, you know. They've got 5 cards. Rin Bolt, pretty good turn. I'm drawing a dud. Hopefully I can find something with this one, right? Something. I guess we actually hold this until so we don't get creativity, right? Pretty lucky, of course. They have double Rin and 6. So didn't play around this very well. Definitely not the end of the world. Also nice to have another expert. So I guess we are paying for Echo. Might as well take up the Vial. We just have the Cavern of Souls. Although I guess we're leaving the Vial on 3. It doesn't really matter. They notably don't have another land, despite casting 2 Ren and 6s, which is uncommon, I would think. But they do have another Ren and 6. Let's cast this Expert before they can like play this fetch land. Okay, my top decks have been pretty good. We need another one. Damn. I think Lightning Axe might be an acceptable solution in red to Shield and Pioneer. I mean, it seems like the best solution by a lot. When I was playing Izzet decks, like even if I wasn't Phoenix, I would have some number of Lightning Axe for Shieldred. It's been a while since I played a lot of Pioneer. I actually played like a actually good amount yesterday. Alright. Let's go to game 2. A lot of Orvar is also nice that you can matron for Orvar in this matchup. I think I will also be bringing in the Blood Moons on the play. And usually when I bring in the Blood Moons, I cut the Tyvar. It's not that Tyvar is bad in this matchup, but I think on the play, I want Blood Moon over Tyvar. I may want Tyvar on the draw over Blood Moon, but we'll circle back to that idea in a little bit. I also think going down to like 1 Fanatic on the draw is fine against the Ren and 6 deck. Kind of nice to have with the Blood Moons, though. Just so unreliable. Okay, got a Moon. Gonna keep. We're a combo deck, sure could be Arcanist 5, why not take another draw? We're a combo deck that needs to untap with Conspicuous Snoop. I don't know. We weren't 0%, but I especially during these like leagues, I'm just down to concede when I'm like 1% or less than 1%, and it's gonna take like 5 more minutes or something. I'm just like pretty comfortable conceding in these spots. It's obviously not that big a deal either way, but they also like have to have like they also have like almost all spells in their hand because they missed a land drop, which means that they would have to have like all of their Archons in their hand or something crazy like that for us to even maybe to get through there. Yeah, Blood Moon does shut off Dwarven Mine. Wow, they did not get a basic, which is interesting. Who needs a basic when you have Fable, huh? Ooh, Matron. So we'll take this up. Killing the Shaman seems like it is a high priority. I guess I could have cast the Mogg War Marshal first instead of the one from the hand. But I think I'm just getting Sling-Gang. Or sorry, not Sling-Gang, Munitions Expert. Orvar on top is funny. Could cast it. Oh, I can't cast it, so I don't have any blue, obviously. Yeah, maybe it's better to cast the other Mogg War Marshal first. Combo? I can't combo here, chat. The combo requires you to untap with Conspicuous Snoop. So I'm instead of going for the like very fragile combo, which requires me to untap and just dies to a lightning bolt, I'm going to stop them from getting colored mana, which I think is way better. See, they did have the lightning bolt, so the combo didn't work. There's no Tyvar in play. But Snoop wasn't summoning sick? Oh, fuck. It wasn't. We vialed it at end of turn, huh? Wait, wasn't it? Oh, I attacked with it, so it definitely wasn't. Okay, sorry. I missed the combo. You're right. Chell was right. I don't know why I thought it was summoning sick. I guess my brain was thinking I vialed in the War Marshal instead. They know about my Orvar, which is a problem, but having it is at least good insurance. Triple block, I think. Yeah, it still didn't work through the bolts, for whatever it's worth, but it was definitely the better line. Or did they... No, they tapped out for the... Sorry, I don't know why everything's so blurry in my brain. Were they tapped out for Fable there? They were tapped out for Fable, yeah, we would have won. Third Fable, so gross. Okay, not gonna Violent Orvar, I don't think. Good chance we tutor up a Kiki-Jiki with that, though, next turn. They discarded Creativity. Be very surprised if they didn't have another one. Also surprised to see them not copying the Shaman token. Just Mari command, kill a token. I didn't want to block with this because I want to be able to copy it with Kiki-Jiki. They're making a treasure instead of killing my Vial, which is also interesting. They have 4 cards in their hand. Let's Matron. Or sorry, Harbinger. I think we Harbinger for Matron, actually, and then we Vial and Matron, and then get Kiki, probably. Cast Kiki. I think if they go copy Reflection, I'll respond here. Copy the Expert. If they kill Expert, that's okay. If they have, 2 removal spells in their hand for Expert and for Kiki, it's pretty bad. They also have another Fable flip in, which is also pretty bad. Been a good game for a ringleader in the deck. They pick up a Wooded Foothills. No attacks. Yeah, I mean, obviously I threw away the game I could have comboed. I don't know why I spaced so hard. Let's attack the Harbinger at the Ren and 6. Oh, they're copying the Shaman? I really didn't think they were going to copy Shaman. I thought for sure they would copy the Reflection. Well played. I'm gonna play this game really well. Expert the Ren. We just can't let them have the double Reflection. The Ren is, you know, good here, obviously, but I just think that the double reflection line is just like too unbeatable. I also think I have to double block, which I don't like very much. I guess double blocking is like way worse if they creativity for more than one. They probably have a creativity as one of their 3 cards. Because then I don't have anything to sack. Wow, what a gift. I think we just get Kiki-Jiki again. Doesn't play very well around another spot removal spell, but I get to kill the Reflection and the Red and 6 potentially. I've been drawing super well despite, you know, obviously, the big punt earlier. Yeah, kill the Reflection, attack the Ren for 3. Pretty nice. Notably, we've cast both Kikis now, so we can't Snoop combo anymore, but I think that that's okay. Maybe they cast their creativity this turn. If it's for 4, that's not ideal. Bolt the Ren, or the Kiki, sorry. Okay, I think that they had creativity, they would have cast it here, so they either don't have it or they don't have it for enough. Let's attack with these, plan on vialing in the Harbinger, maybe just get a value Snoop, maybe get the last Matron, probably get the last Matron. But block the Shaman. Yeah, for some reason I thought my Snoop was summoning sick, and it wasn't. I think my brain thought I vialed in the Mogg War Marshal. Stupid brain. Oh, I don't have another... Wait, where's my third... Oh, third Matron's in the yard. Okay. I could get another Orvar. I think that's probably not correct. Could get a Hordemaster. Or Sling-Gang. I'll probably just get Sling-Gang. Let's get Sling-Gang. How can my opponent defeat 2 Orvar? Yeah, maybe it's kind of too tough with no Fables left. But I also feel like I just don't have that much pressure. There's also a good chance, like, if my opponent creativity is this turn, Orvar on top is a disaster. Yeah. Creativity is so good, so gross. Obviously, again, I punted really bad, but... like, I had the turn 3 Bloodmoon on the play, I had the Orvar, I had, like, crazy top decks, it just didn't matter. It did, but also, like, again, I could have comboed and didn't realize it. Alright, let's get a 4-1 prediction going. I always play against 4 Fury and I keep against Goblins. Honestly, like, I'm just, like, not nearly as scared about Fury when I play Goblins compared to when I play other tribal decks. Monkey. Definitely not great that we're on the draw against the Ragavan here. But Murktide is a fine matchup, and they are on a mulligan, and we have a turn 1 Vial, so all these things are pretty good. I don't think we've drawn a Tyvar this entire league, by the way. We've been setting them out a bunch, but I think you do that. Keeping them in this matchup. But yeah, I actually don't think that we've drawn Tyvar all day. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so. Alright, so if I main phase this Munitions Expert and I don't draw a 1-mana Goblin, they just get to bolt it, but thankfully I have Mogg War Marshal to the rescue. What's Tyvar do for Goblins? It's a good value card, and it also lets you combo with a Summoning 6 Snoop, which is kind of a big deal. Got a -2 a few times earlier. Yeah, maybe you're right. You're right, I did, you're right, now I'm remembering. Ragavan's turned off. Shredding some ledgers. Not gonna pay Echo, of course, in this spot. I think I'm supposed to go Munitions Expert, Ledger Shredder, cast Ignoble Hierarch, leave Snoop in the violin. My ears are ringing. Early onset tinnitus. Not that early. I think I can just get basic forest here. And then attack for 2.
which they are happy enough to trade with, which makes sense. Power Conduit in the deck. People are so addicted to Power Conduit, Aether Vial. I don't know. I liked our first draft with the Kiki combo, Imperial Recruiter, and Court, like the 2-mana 1/4 from Throne of Eldraine that lets you untap your Vial. I thought that card was like a particularly cool addition. Oh, I hit a bracket instead of enter. Alright, so we'll take this up to 3. Violent Matron, get Snoop, and then if we don't see something better to cast off top, we'll cast our Hordemaster, crash in for 4. Have the ability to combo at instant speed. My opponent still is on one land. We have game 1, so typically plan to cut the Hierarchs for Chalices in this matchup and just click submit, which I think we'll still do. You combo or beat down more often? I would say it's not beat down so much as it's like nickel diming value, getting small incremental value and chipping your opponent's damage away while they try to control your combo, and if they can't control it, you just combo. I heard the Twitch Prime. Will be right back. Get some water. Right. Love if we had a second land. We don't, so we're going to mulligan. And we're going to keep our 6, putting back Kiki. Chalice for 1, I guess. Yeah, Chalice for 1, very good against them. Especially because it turns off almost all their removal. DRC over Ragavan this time. Which we will be Mogg Fanaticing. Do I think Eater of Virtue can be useful in Hammer? Isn't Eater of Virtue like a 4-mana skip your turn? Probably not, right? No. Oh, it's the Soul Flayer equipment. Yeah, I don't think that card is particularly good, no. I'm going to play the Chalice this turn. I think that they're pretty likely to counter it, of course. Okay, Blood Crypt Forests. Or like, tap green source. But then I could go like Aether Vial, Munitions Expert next turn, maybe double spell. And also, I want to get this down as soon as possible if it does resolve somehow. Obviously, locking up the Vial is an ideal spell snare. I think of Eater of Days. But yeah, like Eater of Virtue, like it just doesn't have any. There's no first strike, there's no double strike, there's no death touch, there's no haste, there's no hexproof. There's like none of these keyworded abilities in the Hammer Time deck. So I just don't know what it is you're trying to do with it, right? Well, this is bad. Even if I get Mogg War Marshal with Matron, I don't have enough to Munitions Expert. I guess the play is just grab a Snoop. I guess they just wanted it more. Going to game 3, probably. I'm trying to like visualize. Like, I mean, if they have nothing else, but they don't have nothing else because they have 2 spells in their hand. That could be nothing else. Double Munitions Expert? I guess that's the better line, huh? So we'll cast this Matron. We'll get a Munitions Expert. And it's probably... okay. Take 5 down to 7. Untap. Draw Snoop. Take 5. Yeah, we could win. I have to now I think I'm just gonna cast the Vial though off of a basic force. We could also a Tyvar could also be a 1-card kill if we draw Tyvar, you can always just randomly like mill Snoop, put Snoop in play, Harbinger on top. It's pretty bad. Also have to, I don't know. They discard Otawara. 1 card in their hand. Not the end of the world. There's your Hordemaster. So now we have to either go... We could draw Matron? No, can't draw Matron. Are we still in 3-2 Hell? I think so. I'll just kill this, and then... I think the only out is the like Miracle Tyvar for Snoop. Okay. Okay, game 3. Game 3. On the play, let's run it back. Chalice plan definitely way better on the play. Have you ever flashed it in blocks so it can kill itself for the Goblin dying trigger? The problem is like I was just planning on drawing Tyvar, so in that spot I don't think it made a lot of sense. I guess we go Stomping Ground into either Swamp or Tap Land. Pretty good hand, pretty good hand. Have a Tyvar this time. It's been a little while since we've Tyvar'd. It's been a long league. I think I'll just get Swamp. We can Vial in Snoop if we draw it. It's Spell Snared again? Nope. I don't think there's any scenario in which we pay for Echo on Mogg War Marshal this game. Graveyard and Unholy Heat. I'd love to see them like cast a Ledger Shredder and then me draw a land. Alright, did not cast a Ledger Shredder. Let's see if I draw the land. I think Goblins is still the best tribal deck. I mean, I think that Merfolk and Humans are both pretty good. Humans specifically, like, has recently gotten a lot of buffs from Aftermath. We need to do another Humans. Wow, keeping a Spell Pierce against me. We need to do another Humans League this week. We got kind of cut short last week because there was like surprise Magic Online downtime. Well, I guess it was 2 weeks ago. But the like Aftermath version of Humans deck, I think we were like we were doing pretty well with it. I can't remember like what the exact records were. I do think Goblins is like is yes still very underrated and still a deck I would recommend. Can y'all imagine getting double Spell Pierce this game? I mean they saw the Chalice, so not really that crazy, I guess, for them to have it. I'm kind of feeling like it might happen though. So I think we just Chalice in one now. Yes, this plays in the Spell Snare. I think it's okay too. Still just lead on the Chalice. Like the Tyvar just becomes so much more resilient to their targeted removal. Looks like they're thinking about, you know, bolting something. Could have maybe been better to Expert attack first. Missed a point of damage. Yeah, I guess there's not really any reason to not. Kind of weak to a Murktide again. They've got 4 cards in their graveyard. So, but thankfully that right now, I guess they maybe will go like Bolt into the Chalice to get the 8/8 Murktide for a 2-turn clock though. Okay, just an iteration for now. Hopefully into 3 1-mana spells. Exiling a Spell Pierce. Nice. It'll be a little bit less nice if they play an 8/8 Murktide here, though. Okay, just a Ledger Shredder. If we get a minus Tyvar pre-combat here. Gonna leave this on 2. I've got a lot more 2s to draw than 3s. And I'm using my mana on the Tyvar. There's a 2. Really good 2 also. You can Violent Grist, yeah. Alright, so their last 2 cards were Subtlety, Spell Snare. Gonna leave the Tyvar on top. And then I don't really see any reason to wait on the Hordemaster because they're just gonna block a tough 1-drop creature and then it's just gonna be exactly the same. We can take it in for 6, put my opponent down to 9. If my opponent top decks Murktide, we're not in very good shape, but outside of that, we're doing pretty good. Or, you know, Brotherhood in would be kind of bad, although, I don't know, we'd have a lot of Hordemaster triggers if they go creatures, and they have no cards in their hand if they go... They also kill their own Shredder, so if they kill artifacts, that's also not a big deal. I'm not sure what my opponent could be thinking about. I guess Otawara would be, like, the main card here that would cause my opponent to, like, pause and think, right? Because you would just cast Iteration, you would cast Shredder, you would cast Murktide, you would cast Seasoned Pyromancer, you would hold up Subtlety, you'd hold up Counterspell, and then every single 1 mana spell would just be stuck in hand. So they either have Odawara or Brazen Borrower, or they're just like going to the bathroom, and no way to tell. In paper, and these are the kind of reads that are like way easier to read in paper. Oh, they just say yes, Bolt is gonna be not gonna bring back GGs, and we are out of 3-2 hell finally. I think we 3-2'd like 8 leagues in a row or something. Into 4-1 heaven. Sad to lose that game against Creativity, especially when I just like went so airheaded and messed up, but whatever. Pretty good packs. Confluence, Explosives are probably worth some tickets. Wish this Omnath was better. Okay, I think 1 and done is probably good for me for Goblins for today. Mostly also because I've just been like really excited to play the backup deck all day today. I didn't want to start with it, but the Red-White Convoke deck